Hey traders, Raghi here. I had a few emails that came in about the first come first serve setup on the crude oil market today. I did send through the charts in the chat room today when I wasn't on the mic, just so you guys knew what I was looking at. So let's cover that here real quick so you can see what I'm referring to, which is this right here. So going into the session, this is what we were looking at, meaning into that 1030 economic, EIA event. We're looking for the first come first serve. Now, what does that mean and how did that play out? First of all, we have our HPMRs. This is support, this is resistance, and first come first serve means if we shoot down to the support level or if we shoot up to the resistance, that's going to be the fade. In other words, we fade the first reaction to the economic event, the release at 1030. So this is a post 1030, post EIA result, release, reaction trade. Yeah? Okay. So we fade that. Now, this is what we looked at before. I've got my resistance, which I would short sell from. I've got my support here that I would buy from if we sunk down there. So now I'm just waiting. Whichever one I hit first, I get in. If I don't hit either one, maybe it's a V-score level instead, but we're going to focus on the HPMRs for this video because that is what I sent you all in the chat room in terms of an image to look at. Here is how that worked out. This, by the way, is the second. So these are literally the two images that I sent you all in the chat room. So this is the other image. Now, what happened? What was the first reaction? We need 1030 to happen. That's the mandatory thing. 1030 has to happen. We get the initial response. And in this case, it took a little time for the market to sell off. But first come, first serve says, well, whichever happens first, that's the one we go with. And that was the long trade at the bottom of the range. Okay, and that was basically a trade starting at about 36.35 and then making its way all the way down to 36. If you cut this thing in the middle and you take a look at the minor psychological level, it's pretty easy to say, you know what, let's go with a 36.20, 36.25, but this entire range is buyable, okay? First come, first serve. We've done this a number of weeks now. This is the typical way we look at high impact releases. So let's go to the chart as it stands right now. Let me show you what that looked like here. This is what the chart looked like. Here's your dip down into first come, first serve. We move higher into the range. I think that one of the ideal places to take profit is halfway through the range. And that was where that little arrow was. This was basically, middle part of this range between this resistance level and this support. As it moved higher, look, once you get up into the resistance area of the market, once you get up even into a major psychological level, like the 3700 area, this area right here made perfect sense to go ahead and take, about your 70 to 80 cent profit and get out. All right. So we've been doing this in the morning. I just want to make sure that you guys start to get a feel for what it is that we're looking for. Same thing we've done every single Wednesday. Look at the first come, first serve. There's a video that I shared with you all, I think last week. That video link is in today's notes. So if you need to refresh yourself on that, I included the video in today's notes, the first come, first serve. And where did I put that? Oh, here it is. First come, first serve right there. All right. So check that out. Check out today's notes. It absolutely went through everything I was looking at and did today, including that darn Russell trade that we missed by about 2 points. That was some run. And now we missed that just by 2 points, but we had a nice winning trade on the NQ. We had a nice winning trade on the ES. So can't complain. And then that really nice, 80 cent win on crude. So keep up with the alerts that I send out through the chat room and onto your smartphone if you have the app running. And of course, keep an eye on these notes because they automatically update. You can see they're time stamped. When I'm not in the room, I'll make sure these are time stamped so you can keep up with what I'm doing when I'm not on the mic. Okay? Hope this helps. And I will see you all in the next update.